right, shrub crafters. Let's see if we can do an indoor knife video. This little guy, little gal, some of you may recognize, may not, is a Tops Silent Hero 4. Now, this video will probably come out today, hopefully, and I wanted to share this because Tops knives are made in the USA, and that's one of the awesome things about that company. Now, if you're into black powder guns, you're into my channel, odds are you're probably into knives as well. And one of the nice things about Tops, and I know everybody's got opinions about everything, this isn't going to be a destruction video or any of that, but as you know, I use these knives as tools, and I try them, and if they suck, they go in a drawer. And I tend not to sell things. Occasionally I do, but I stopped collecting, once I realized I have all these, and there's knives I've never even used. So this, interestingly, is USA made. I want to say 1095 steel. It's a 4-inch blade. Their other one, the bigger brother, the first one, Tops Silent Hero 1, there is a 6, I believe, which just denotes different scales in terms of model numbers. And Tops has had some really interesting knives. A lot of them are designed after missions for Special Forces guys. That's how they name a lot of their stuff. Some like, Frog Market Special. Some of their other ones, some are actually true survival tools. Some are actually named after missions. Some are meant for, killing. This one, though, comes in an amazing Kydex sheath. And the older brother of this was from Antoine Duplessis, South African designer, and uses them in Africa. This is his scaled down version. Now, it is interesting to note, there's a lot of videos on YouTube already, but these are directional snaps. So you kind of got to pull straight down towards you and out like that. They are directional. There's a little tab on the inside. Hard to see. That one has to get caught. See if it's when you're putting it back on, you catch the back first and then snap. It is nice because you can adjust this on your belt and actually do a belt carry on there. So it is a fascinating, really well made. It doesn't come out, but perfectly fit. That said, there is a little bit of a sharp point right here, and they cut that hole very, very close to the edge, but is extremely comfortable. And I'll tell you what one of the things that drew me to the original Silent Hero, being that it was a 6-inch blade, not quite as downswept. Anton himself, in one of his videos, says that he drew a line from the tip of the blade to the center line of the back. It's actually perfectly in angle so that you can come center line right there. Balance, though, is exceptional. I've not done anything with this, but my intention is this year I'm going to skin out some deer with this. I know it's not necessarily a traditional knife design for black powder on this channel. Put it in a leather sheath and nobody will, be the wiser, especially if you bury it in one of those belt holsters. But 1095 steel, made in the United States. And I have to say, one of the things about Tops that I really, really like is Tops has exceptional customer service. Now, I'll do a review on the Silent Hero. I've actually attempted to do a Silent Hero video a couple times over the last couple of years, and I've just never either had the camera working, something's always gone wrong with it. So the original Silent Hero, I'm that lucky person who gets a lot of bum stuff. When it came, it was in a Stonewash River finish on the other knife, and it had there's a clear Cerakote. I believe that's what they told me. Might be an epoxy finish over the top. And I was getting these spider veins of rust under the finish. Well, it turns out that happened to a couple of batches early on the Silent Hero. And so they replaced it the first time under warranty for me. The downside was I had to ship it back. I ship it back on my dime, and then I had to pay $15 to get it back. So it was like a $30 round trip for a $160 knife, $170 knife. That said, came back, was exceptional. The sheath was awesome. And not last year, but the year before. So when I did that, and I went out and I skinned 2 deer with it. And then last year, I pulled it out of the sheath after taking it out, and the same thing. It was all rusted again under the finish. even though there's a coat of oil on it. So I emailed them the other day. I actually threw it in a drawer and said, fuck this. I was like, I'm done with it. Just toss it away. Exceptional blade. I still was using it. It's just that, what are you going to do? So I thought about it. I pulled it out the other day and I said, you know what? I'm going to contact Tops, see what they say. So they said to me via email, send it back and $15 shipping. We'll get it back to you. Well, you know what? That's another $30. So that's $60 on a $160 knife, a third of the way roughly of the purchase of that knife. And I responded, I said, I'm going to have to think about that because that's a third of the value of the knife. It just seems like a waste. So my plan was I was actually going to take the blade and remove that exterior Cerakote finish and just finish it myself, get bare metal again, maybe polish it up or something. And I said, you know what? So Monday of this past week, I called Tops and I said, hey, this is what's going on. And I got Haley, who is exceptional customer service, explain what was going on. And I just told her, I said, I don't really want to send it back. I don't want to waste more money. I said, I know shipping, I said, I'm not cheap, but to ship something back again that didn't come back fixed just doesn't sit well with me. And I've got a Bob, which I think you've seen on this channel before, Brothers of Bushcraft knife, Tex X Creek XL, the Silent Hero, this one, and something else. And I always forget the other one. Great knives, no issues. So Haley says, I'll tell you what, you're right. How about you just ship it? We'll get you a label. We're going to take it and we'll send it back, no charge. And they gave me a list and they said, you can use, what is it? There's like 4 Cerakotes and 4, why can't I think of it? The one that, the other one, not Cerakote, but powder, it's like a powder coat. Anyway, you guys, as soon as I stop thinking about it, it'll be popping in my head. But it's what's on the Brothers of Bushcraft knife. So it's a little bit of a thicker coat. So anyway, so this is the style of finish in a Cerakote. So I sent it out and I said, you know what, I'll do that. And so that said, while I had Haley on the phone, I talked to her about this little guy and asked her, I said, I was going to have the same problem. She said, nope, they've corrected that. So this is a Cerakote finish. It is a smooth handle, which feels extremely good. The other one is the river washed handle. And I do like that river rock handle. It's that textured. Some people don't like it, but where I love this design is this one, I can choke up, still lock my finger under. There's no choil on this one, but I can skin with this in the field. So it's, and it feels great. And the best part is it's an excellent kitchen knife. So for those of us that like cutting up lots of animals, but still want to use some cool knife other than just some standard boring cutlery, this will do the job. And if you're out camping, backpacking, whatever, this is a perfect utility knife. And I love how thin that profile is, but that's nice. That nice belly is just exceptional. And this little hole here is for a lanyard loop. So if you wanted to put a rope of cordage around to keep you extra so it doesn't fall out, that's what that is designed for, as well as lashing as a spear tip, something they wanted for Africa. So great thought has gone into this. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for Haley taking care of me, I probably would have been done with Tops knives. Even though they make great knives, there's nothing fancy about them other than their materials are 1095 steel, exceptional handles. They are just a run-of-the-mill knife, and a lot of people complain of their price now, but I'll tell you, they do put out a product that's good. I've never had an issue with fit and finish overall, with the exception of the Silent Hero, which is going to be coming back. And the best part, it'll be a unique knife because I'm getting it done with a bronze Cerakote finish. So it should look really, really cool. So when that comes back in, we'll touch base on that. But hopefully when I get a deer this year, one of them I will try to skin out with this. And if we don't do that, maybe with some of the goats later on in the season. But if you haven't done this, though, check these out. $145, $149 on Amazon. And I'll share a link down in below. And apparently links work. They don't make a ton of money, but somebody, I appreciate it if you're watching this and you use my links that I provided. I made $1.57 from Amazon, and which is nice because I'm just gonna let that accrue because I think it comes in gift cards anyways. It does, and what I'll do is I'll just turn anything I use. We're just gonna throw back right into the channel and get more stuff going on. But so there you go. Awesome little knife. I do love it so far. It's almost like a little boot knife, carry knife. You use as self-defense, have it around, but it is that perfect shape. And the snaps are a little hard. But what is nice is they are using the newer style, which a lot of manufacturers are using, which is the screw through the grommet to the back. I actually moved mine down to the second notch this morning to get a tighter fit on the belt. The downside to that is like I can't tuck I can do one loop of the belt, but not two. So I'm still playing around with that, but it's got plenty of attachment points. So yeah, I cannot recommend this knife enough because, and the regular Silent Hero is awesome. It is that perfect profile for camp cutlery / bush cutlery. So when I was out in the field, even in my at my property, I use that the Silent Hero, the big one, to cut up some steaks and meat and so on. So excellent, excellent, excellent. I'll put a link in the bottom to where I got it from Amazon. And again, their customer service really is exceptional. And I'll tell you what, they did go above and beyond, I think, in that regard to take care of me. And when I get the other one back, we'll do an update on that. So thanks for watching. And there's some other videos of people actually using these for things. I prefer to keep my blades if they're for skinning and use, nice. And then I will show you a neat thing. I did actually pick up one of those Work Sharp. I have the Ken Onion electric and then the standard electric, but I did pick up a precision sharpening system, the diamond files and ceramic system. And I'll tell you what, that has got me rethinking my knife sharpening skills. I have gotten, for the first time ever in my life, hair shaving sharp knives. And I've gotten some knives that I've never been able to get a razor sharp edge on to cut hair off my arm, shaving sharp. I'm actually going to try using it in the some of my 2-blade broadheads this year as well, because I've tried all sorts of things. I've tried KMEs and a bunch of other stuff, sharpening stuff for stones, and I can never get that completely across the blade shaving sharp. Even when I put it on a strap and I put them on polishing wheels with polishing grit, I can get them pretty darn close. I can get a few hairs popped off, but I've got some knives that truly impressive with that. And it was like $60, 60, 70 bucks for the whole thing. And I'll tell you what, it is worth it. So anyway, hope everyone's staying safe, and I'll catch you on the next one. And I've got another video to upload here shortly on a follow-up to the 45 Hawken. We got some other things going on, but we're getting close. It's almost August 1st tomorrow. And then, what is it, September? End of September starts archery season. So we're getting close. Got to get some more stuff honed in, and got to get a few more guns sighted in and finalized, because hunting season is going to be right after the bow. It'll be October, and it'll be muzzleloading season starting. So it's coming on quick. The season seems to be flying by, even though it's been kind of going slow. Anyway, stay safe and check out that knife if you haven't.